Look at my shirt. It's a stormtrooper. I'm really proud of myself and my thematic wardrobe choices. Hey everyone, welcome to Scene by Dawn. Today I'm going to be reviewing the movie Star Wars: The Last Jedi with Daisy Ridley and Mark Hamill. So Star Wars: The Last Jedi is episode 8. At the end of episode 7, we saw Rey meeting with Luke Skywalker on the edge of a cliff. She's handing him the lightsaber. She wants him to be her master. What's he going to do? We get to see it in this film. That's really exciting. I won't tell you what his reaction was to her. I found it quite comical, actually. So this episode is about the Resistance, which is on its last legs. They've been fighting a lot of battles. But even though they've been meeting with a lot of victories, those victories have come at huge expense. And so actually overall in the whole war, they're not doing so well. They're probably actually losing the war. Winning the battles, losing the war. And so in this episode, we're seeing Luke Skywalker and Rey and Captain Leia and Finn and Bo. They're all working together in order to bring strength back to the Resistance in the face of Snoke and Kylo Ren, who are on the dark side. I really like this film. There's not a lot that I can say about it without giving spoilers, and I've been coached quite sternly that there are certain things that I can't say. I wanted to say this about the Force. I wanted to say about this, about these two characters and their interactions. I wanted to say this about this, development, and I can't say any of those things because those are spoilers, and the Star Wars fans will really get on my case. I did find this film to be really entertaining. I loved it. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, and so that's what I feel like this review is for the people who aren't necessarily die-hard fans of the Star Wars franchise, but are wondering, should I go and see this film? Is it entertaining? And I say, yes, it is. For myself personally, I give it 7.8 out of 10. I think it's a solid piece of entertainment. I really love the action. The lightsaber fights were really great. There were a lot of full body shots with the swinging and the lights and everything like that, and that was really cool. I thought Daisy Ridley did a fantastic job. She just owns that character, and she brings a really solid performance to the screen. I love Mark Hamill. Now, it is interesting to note that when Mark Hamill first read the script, he fundamentally did not agree with the direction that they were taking with his character, but he was committed. I would never have guessed that he didn't agree with what was going on. There wasn't anything lackluster about his performance. I thought it was really solid. I really liked Kylo Ren in this episode. In episode 7, I found him to be really annoying. I found him to be really angsty, and to be quite honest, I wasn't looking forward to seeing him again in this film. I remember seeing him in the trailer, and I was like, oh, not that guy. I really wasn't excited about it, but I love what they did with the character. I love what Adam Driver did with the character. It seems as if it's almost like this is a coming of age film for Kylo Ren, where he's been this struggling young man trying to come to terms with who he is as an impending evil warlord under the shadow of his grandfather and his legacy. And I just thought it was really great. I love how he's embracing who he is, and there's just a solidifying of him as a character, and I really, really like that. He was a much more enjoyable character this time around than he was in episode 7. I really like the development of the story. There were a lot of twists and turns. Everything wasn't completely straightforward, and I really liked that. There were some surprise moments that were really fantastic. 2 things that I didn't like about the film: it was a little bit long. It's 152 minutes, so I just found it to be just a touch too long. I was getting near the end to be okay, where's the happy little parade that we always have in Star Wars? Let's wrap it up, people. The other thing I didn't like was, and this might also tie into the length of the film, I think they could have cut it down if they just cut Finn's part out significantly. He did have a significant part to the plot, but that really could have just been shaved right down to 5 minutes. I just found him rather kind of boring, and when he was on screen, I was like, oh, can we just get back to those other guys? I want to see what those other guys are doing. Oh, Finn, can you just step over there and so I can see what's happening over here with these people? I felt also too they were kind of trying to make some sort of romantic angle that we haven't seen since Princess Leia and Han Solo and Luke Skywalker, and I don't think it's actually really that necessary. Other than that, I thought it was a solid episode. I think Star Wars fans themselves will be really happy with this because answers were given to certain questions, and then also other questions were sort of left untouched, and so there's still stuff that can be unpacked and, you know, theorized on, and I just know that that's what Star Wars fans really love. It's almost like they've got a big pile of Lego and they're just reconstructing everything, and it's like, yeah, look, this is what it meant to me, and I just find that really interesting. I don't do that, so that's why I'm not going to be doing like a spoiler review. I'm not going to wax poetic and be like, oh yeah, I can totally tell you what's going on here with this character, and this means this, and all this stuff. As a cinema lover, I love watching movies, I love being entertained. I was entertained by this film, and I think that you will too, whether you're a Star Wars fan or not. Shout out to my winner for the Scene by Dawn 100 contest. He won 2 tickets to the diff premiere of Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and I think he had a good time. I gave him candy.
Video you like, thumbs up you give.
Don't forget to subscribe and ring that little bell so you don't miss out on anything that I've seen by Dawn.